Hey guys, welcome back to BackPocketGameReviews, and I am directly outside of Warp Zone Games here, which is actually the first location on the Ohio Spotlight. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope we're gonna find some really cool stuff in here. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. Alright guys, so I'm here with Devin, who is one of Warp Zone's employees. We're going to ask him a few questions before I show you guys the store. So Devin, what do you think sets Warp Zone apart?
Well, Warp Zone is the place to come if you're looking for import games. We also have a great selection of retro as well as some newer titles. And I think you'll find when you come to Warp Zone that we like to put our customers first. We just want everybody to leave happy when they come in.
Do you guys view GameStop as a competition for you?
I really don't. I know a lot of people think that because they're getting into retro gaming and they're doing all this stuff that they're going to hurt the smaller shops, but really I think it's helped us a little bit because people might take in their older games to GameStop to trade them in, and they realize they're not really going to get anything in trade for them, so they come here and they're surprised when we're like, hey, we can give you quite a bit for that. So I think it's helped a little bit, making people think about retro a little bit more than they maybe did in the past.
Now, I couldn't actually agree with him more because as you can see here on their walls, they have plenty of retro games still in box, which, as we all know, GameStop likes to pitch the boxes, but obviously the collectability of the game is still very much so respected here. You also have a lot of Japanese imports, which are something you're not going to find at a lot of other stores. So we're going to kind of just check out stuff in the store here. See that? That's Luigi's Mansion. That's one of my absolute favorite GameCube games ever. It's also a launch title. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Star Fox 64. You got some Donkey Kong 64. And down here we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game too. Trust me, if you've never played that, you definitely should. That's easily like my favorite NES game of all time. And you've also got Paperboy, which is another one I absolutely loved as a kid. And apparently, as Devin was telling me, this was actually a custom ROM that one of their customers made, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they made the ROM, they just put together the pre-production cartridge.
Either way, that's still pretty tight. So, I mean, who wouldn't want to play Pokemon Yellow on an NES? Look at that, you got Chrono Cross, a whole bunch of the old school Final Fantasy games. Rampage World Tour was a fantastic game, but it ran much better on the N64.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of the Japanese imports here. So for those of you who are into Japanese imports, this is probably going to be a huge thing for you. A lot of Sega Saturn. Sega Saturn games can be pretty tricky to find. They got an import DBZ game right there. Seaman. Oh my god. So for those of you who have ever heard me quote that game, specifically the name of it, now you'll know why. More imports. Oh my god, look at that. That's like classic Atlas right there. Mega Mans are imported. Final Fantasy. We're on Super Famicom now. Trying to avoid getting that glare there, but old school Nintendo powers too. That's actually a really good price for that, by the way. There's a Famicom there. Super Famicom, original Nintendo. We got some original Game Boy stuff here too. I had the Light Boy there as a kid. That was like easily the best attachment, so you could play it in your dark bedroom when your parents didn't know you shouldn't be playing it. Got even more behind me too. So here's even some more imports. These are the more common things that you might find. Got them all just organized right here like that. Looks like those are mostly sports titles on the end. And then some more of the more common N64 games. Not wrong though, they've got some gems in here like Perfect Dark. There was one game, oh there it is. Powerpuff Girls game. I didn't even know that was a thing. There's also another good one, Cruisin' USA. 1080 was good. That was another one I used to play a lot as a kid. You gotta remember, N64 is like my peak of gaming for me. Oh, Ready to Rumble Boxing. That's classic. Oh, hey you Pikachu. This was my first wrestling game I ever played. Warzone. Mayhem. Attitude, that was like the worst WWE game ever. And then Shadows of the Empire is another really good game. I mean, that's not even all of them. You got Duke Nukem 0 Hour right here. Let's see what they got on Super Nintendo here. Never heard of that, but it has Bugs Bunny on it, and I was a huge Bugs Bunny fan. Donkey Kong 3, Fatal Fury 2. Oh, Mario Paint. This game's awesome if you have the mouse for it. Yeah, Super NES had a mouse. SimCity. Let's move to this back part here too. So you got a whole bunch of Japanese imports for the Dreamcast, PlayStation, Sega Saturn. Again, the ones that are out here seem to be the more common things. Oh my god, Wave Race 64 with the box. That's the import version. Wave Race was a really good game, by the way. They've even got some more magazines and stuff back here. Some of the old school Mortal Kombat figures. Like there's Goro. Scorpion. Oh my god, Metal Gear Solid 2 figures. Fortune was awesome. This is so cool. That's pretty sweet. Those of you who are Metal Gear Solid fans. And there's Solid Snake. Or Pliskin. Batman Arkham Knight, Catwoman. By the way, there's an arcade cabinet in the back corner that I seemingly keep avoiding. Let's go over the wall. You got a whole bunch of Wii and Wii U stuff, some PS Vita stuff. But obviously we're more concerned about the classic stuff. I don't really consider the Wii to be very classic. You know what, shockingly, this game was actually really good. This is also one of the best Harvest Moon games of all time, A Wonderful Life. Specifically the one for the GameCube. They also made a girl version, so you could play as a girl if you wanted. It was called Another Wonderful Life. That one's more rare. Metroid Prime for the GameCube. That was awesome game. GameCube was such an underrated console. You got some Game Gear games here. I actually had a lot of the Game Gear games. Got some Game Boy stuff. Looks like there's even some imports in here. Mahjong. Game Boy Advance. Atari. Never really got too into Atari. Night Driver I heard was pretty good though. And then you got some more. Echo the Dolphin for the Mega Drive. Animaniacs game. That was another really good game. Altered Beast. And they've got some back here with the boxes on the walls as well.
I opened a little shop in Newcomerstown, Ohio, which is about...
Oh, Judge Dredd the game. Got a whole bunch of these on here. Sonics.
Magic, but I started
Gotta love the Sonic games.
games all with my hobby. So, yeah, I started in soft and then trade and slowly ease everybody into it as best I can.
That right there. Sega Saturn Tomb Raider. For those of you who have never seen it, Tomb Raider was also on the Sega Saturn before it was ever a PlayStation exclusive. Echo the Dolphin for Sega CD. The Sega CD version was way superior to the actual Genesis version as well. We've got a lot more imports up here as well, like an imported NES controller. That's gold. Oh my god, Road Rash. EA. Road Rash was an awesome game. Supposedly it was going to get rebooted, and then that never happened. Metal Gear Solid for the Game Boy Color. Alright, they had a Sora pin. It's pretty sweet. And some collectibles up here as well. You have no idea how hard it is to walk the store here and keep this all in order, guys. You will appreciate this video, I hope. Then they've also got a whole section full of collectibles up here. Most of these are apparently Japanese imported collectibles that they have someone import for them, which is pretty sweet. So they've got a whole bunch of stuffed animals, you can see. A bunch of Pokemon. Got Zelda in there. Sailor Moon. I know that's not Sailor Moon. I don't remember which sailor that is. Like, wasn't a big Sailor Moon guy. Assassin's Creed plushie. A Frieza plushie. Boo. Kid Trunks. Vegeta. Android 18. Some Pokemon themed ramen.
Thank you for calling Brooks. I don't have to help you. Right now, I don't.
I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what that is.
Pokemon curry?
That's curry?
Yep.
That's traumatizing. Whole bunch of stuff over here. Then they've even got these arcade ashtrays here. I had to ask what Tato was, but Sega Arcade from Japan. That's pretty sweet. And then this is their logo, in case you couldn't see it on the sign very well. But they have little bumper stickers in here. So guys, that's terrible lighting. So guys, that's Warp Zone Games. I know a lot of you guys said that you were into import games, so I figured this would be a really cool place to cover, and I was really happy to be able to do this as the first place on my local Spotlight tour. Obviously there'll be plenty more places to come, I just don't know how sporadic the videos will be. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all soon, and enjoy the rest of your day.